Hello. Hello everyone. I don't think the music's too loud. Let me just make sure. Let's turn it down a little bit, eh? Let's turn it down a little bit, just to be safe. Hello everyone. Hey Lugo. Hey Lugo, I think you're the only one here at the moment, but hello, welcome. As always, I'm sorry I'm late. I already explained on Twitter why I'm late. Wow, my face looks like so pale. I mean, it's okay. It looks like it's on purpose, but it looks really pale. So today we're making two things. We're making two street foods. To be perfectly honest, I don't think they're going to take that long. So I might like just try and, I don't know, make something else as well. Ooh, that was a weird noise. But yeah, so we're making two things. And, oh, that music's getting loud. Could you not be so loud, please? Thank you. And there. That should be about good, okay. Make something else about pizza cake. Let's make pizza cake. Wow, seriously, my face looks like I have no... like, it's weird. It looks a little bit like a mannequin. Or like a China doll. My face looks so like... I'm gonna go put some more blusher on before people get here. So I'm just gonna put up the pause screen just because I'm so pale. Okay, and now it looks like I have rosacea probably. People would think I was a mannequin if I stood still for too long. Okay. Right. Okay, we should probably get started. One of the recipes is from, can I even remember? Mangshi? I don't actually know how you pronounce her name, but she's got great recipes. Oh, stream, could you not die? Thank you. That has been a font of knowledge for me during Korean month. Actually, this is the second last stream. This is the second last stream of Korean month. We've only got one more. So yeah, so which one should we make first? Neither of them need to like rest, as far as I know. Let me just check. Let me turn this, zoom in on there we go, okay. Okay, so, yeah. So, hotdog is how I want to say it's pronounced, but again, I don't speak Korean, so I'm probably mispronouncing that terribly. Our sweet pancakes, they have cinnamon and brown sugar and stuff in them. They're supposed to have nuts, but the only nuts I have are hazelnuts, and I have no idea where they are, and apparently Joe is allergic, so... Actually, I might have some cashews, but I don't know where they've been put, because Joe is allergic to hazelnuts, so I don't know if he put them... If he hid them, if they're in the baking cupboard, I honestly don't know. So, we'll deal with that when we get there. Let me see, do I have to rest this? Yes, we do. Okay, so we've got to let the dough prove for the pancakes, so we're gonna make those first. So sieve, let me actually get to the recipe. As always, type exclamation mark food, exclamation mark recipe, or exclamation mark menu, and it will bring up the recipe we're following today. And I'm gonna go and get my monster. What else do I need? Lukewarm milk. Nothing else from the fridge, which is good. Should we use oat milk? I think I'm gonna use oat milk. Can't make the egg bread vegan, but we can make the pancakes vegan. So, we might as well. Sorry. Make them vegan. Ah, well. Everyone who wears headphones has just left en masse. My microphone used to do this thing on the old laptop where it would, sometimes it would only register at like half volume for some reason. So I think I have it turned up way too high. So I'm gonna reduce it down a little bit so it's not so loud for you guys. Also, this is regular Monster. you gotta do what you gotta do. Get that caffeine fix. My normal baking bowl is still dirty because we made pizza last night, so... Am I missing anything in the chat? No, I don't think I am. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Let's get a bowl. I have no idea where these hazelnuts are. Oh, hold on. Found them. Right. Also, I spent so long trying to fix this camera. It just randomly decides that it wants to go back to weird flicker mode, so if it does that, I apologize, and I'll try and fix it quickly, because last time it took me way too long to fix it, so... Hazelnuts. I don't actually know if I like hazelnuts. Wait. Okay, I thought one of them was an almond there. I was like, what? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. But it is uncooked, so that's not what it tastes like. How many pancakes is this gonna make? 6. It's gonna make more. It's gonna serve 6 people, but I don't know how many is a serving. But it doesn't seem like there's that much. Right, I'm just gonna get all the ingredients out. We need all-purpose flour, salt, sugar, and instant yeast. So how are you doing, by the way, Luco? How's your day? Night, whatever time it is where you are. I'm gonna have to heat this in the microwave, because that's the only way I have of heating anything other than the stovetop. Oh, speaking of stovetops, I think I told you guys on the last cooking stream that I ordered a gas, like portable gas stovetop. It turned up. It is the cheapest looking, like, thing I have ever seen. It looks like it was made for like £1, maybe a bit more because it's got metal in it, but it looks like it's so cheap. So I'm going to return it and get a better quality one. So we have something, but that means we can't cook. Annoyingly, next week I was going to make bulgogi. I was going to make some beef stew, and I can't, well I can, but I can't make it in the earthenware pot that you're supposed to make it in, because you put that on the stove, and I can't really do it on an electric stove, so okay. Sieve the flour into a large bowl and add everything, and then mix it and ferment it. I'm gonna put my oven on the lowest it goes while I'm mixing, and then I'm gonna turn it off again and pop this in. So we don't want it to be on because it will cook it, but we need it to be warm, and goodness knows my flat is not warm. So, I'm all out of sorts. I don't know why, I'm just kind of like confused about everything today. Okay. I think my sieve is clean. It is. Good. Ah, that's good to hear, because the last thing that was in it was anchovies from the mandu guk, the dumpling soup. So I don't really want to have anchovies in my pancakes, do we? Pizza cake, anything stir fry. I mean, I'm all over the place. Yeah. I think it's just because I haven't streamed on a Sunday in ages, and so I'm not in the right mindset. I was late because I just didn't feel right. I felt like I didn't feel like I wasn't in the right mindset, so I was like, I'm gonna have a shower, like do my makeup, make myself feel good, and then I'm gonna stream. And it didn't really work because I still feel kind of like weird, but hey, it was gonna be a chiller stream today. So, I will say now, if you're watching this on VOD and you want the recipe, I did post about this on Twitter, but if it's too long ago, then the recipe for the pancakes is from My Korean Kitchen, and the recipe for the egg bread is from Mangchi, spelled M-A-A-N-G-C-H-I, I think. So you should be able to find this quite easy. Chiller. I'm totes here. What? Okay. Oh, it's 1 1/4 cup. Dance! One of these days I'm just gonna get things out before the stream starts. Today's not that day. Okay. I'm gonna sieve in 1 1/4 cups of flour, so 5 of these because it's a 1/4 cup. Only reason I do it like that is because it saves washing up, and if I need a cup for something later, I don't have to like rinse it out and deal with that nonsense. I can just take out the cup and use it then. Oh dear, burping already. This is actually so much nicer than, I mean, as much as I like this, the specificness, the accuracy is the word I'm looking for, of weight measuring by weight, this is just so much easier. 2. 3. 4. So that's a cup. And then we're gonna add another one of these, and then we're done. 5. Wow, that is very bright. It will stop being so bright, I promise. It's just because of the lights above it. And I had to turn the exposure up to stop it from flickering, so it's kind of bright, but hopefully it won't be too bad once I've moved the sieve away. Okay. Ah, haven't totally put my apron on, mate. I've got flour on my jumper. How would they know it's me if I'm not wearing my signature apron? Okay. Yeah, we can take this away now. How much is it? Milk? 1/2 cup of lukewarm milk. So I'm gonna, oh no, at prom, at 4. Okay, I think you need to go to sleep, Luco. I'm worried about you. So, I'm gonna add this, put this milk in the microwave and like heat it up. And it's not real milk, it's oat milk, because I don't drink milk very often. Not because I'm vegan, just because I don't really like milk anymore. Yeah, so I'll put that in the microwave for like a couple minutes. Sometimes the stream dies when I turn on my microwave, but so apologies if that happens, but hopefully it won't be too long. It's got something to do with the fact that it sits right next to the Wi-Fi booster, and I think that the microwaves sometimes mess it up. I have no idea if that's even possible, but hey, that's just what it is. It is what it is, you know? Where did Joe put those? Okay, well my teaspoons have gone missing. Oh, there they are. Is that okay? Did you guys die? No! Okay, it's back. Good. I hate that. That is some very hot plastic, but it is okay. Just gonna leave it to cool while we do the rest of the measuring because that's quite hot, so it will last night when we made pizza with the same yeast that I'm about to use today, and I put in, the water was too hot because I ran out of, I didn't measure enough like lukewarm water, so I then put in almost boiling water and it killed the yeast. I think that's what it does. I think that's possible, but then again, what do I know? Okay, half a teaspoon of fine sea salt, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of instant yeast. I'm gonna get this caster sugar, pop that in as my sugar. Then I'll do the salt. 1 teaspoon of white sugar. The packets of dried yeast are like 3 teaspoons or something, then a couple tablespoons. Honestly don't know, but that's okay. We'll just put a little clippy on it because I've been making bread a lot, so I will use this. It's no biggie. Was there not a little tear in it last time? I can't even open a packet of yeast. That's how weak I am. Alright, you don't need to be that strong to be a baker, you just need to be good at kneading. Okay. So, teaspoon of yeast, and then I'll get the salt. Give me 1 second, you guys. And this is the point where I spend about 20 minutes trying to fix the camera again. It's just you can't see anything, so I'm going to turn the brightness down. Hey, thank you for that host, Twin Vaders. Welcome. Hey, everybody. What were you guys making? Ah, there we go. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. We're making pancakes, but Korean pancakes. Korean street food, what? Wow, let's hope that they're actually good. I mean, it's gonna be great, totally. Stick around. But hey, you guys. Oh, Luco, if you're not asleep, could you do a shout out? Instant yeast, and then half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, instant yeast, you can sit there so you don't fall over. Tamago kake gohan, aka rice. Oh, yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. This is actually the second last stream of Korea month, so I need to figure out what country I'm doing next. I'm not doing Japan yet, because I don't want to go straight from Korea to Japan. I want to do something a little different. Go to another part of the world. But I have no idea where. Someone suggested India, but Joe doesn't like curry, and I know that's not all they eat in India, but I feel like it's going to limit my options. Who am I shouting out? What's happening? It's okay, Luco, go back to sleep. I'll do it. I just had a handful of yeast. That sounds weird. I'm sorry. I apologize. Mukbang gang! Yeah! There we go. The bread sounds so yummy. Well, hopefully it is yummy. The recipe, if you type !recipe, the recipe we're following, there's a video so you can actually see what it looks like, but basically it's like this little thing of bread. It's usually a loaf shape. It won't be today because I ain't got no mini loaf tins, yo. But then you like rip it and like the eggs just cooked, so it's like oh bleh, and it goes everywhere. Which is hopefully what it'll be like when I make it, and it won't be undercooked and go bleh and then give me poisoning. No worries, Lico. Oh, thank you so much, Echo Dawn. Thank you. And welcome in. Right. Everything's in there except for the milk, however the milk is still a bit hot, so I'm not going to put that in yet. We're currently making the pancakes, which have cinnamon and nuts in them. And I'm going to make them nuts that Joe can't eat, ha ha ha. Oh. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Spice Rack. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will try and help you out. I keep mentioning Joe. People who haven't been here before, anyone new, Joe is my partner. He's currently not at home, but there are a lot of things that he can't or won't eat, so they kind of limit my options sometimes, but sometimes I just cook them anyway, because pff, he's not getting any. He's not getting this, because I'm putting hazelnuts in it, and he's allergic to hazelnuts, So, he's not getting any of the pancakes. Okay, my oven is probably now hot enough to prove these, so I need a spoon. That's probably a good starting point. Here we go. Yeah, he's a very fussy boy. There's a lot of stuff that he won't eat. He is allergic to a few things, so those are things I tend to just avoid completely. But he's also just really, really fussy. So I'm just like, oh, I was thinking of making this on the stream. He'll go, I don't like that. I'm like, he's usually like, I don't like that, but you can make it anyway. But then I'm like, but I will end up with 5 portions of a thing that you won't eat. And like, who am I gonna give this food to? So it's just sitting there. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Spice Rack. Cheers. Oh my goodness! Thank you for that follow, Echo Dawn. Welcome to the Spice Rack. Okay, how hot is this? I would say that's lukewarm. Don't worry, my hands are clean. Just sticking my fingers in milk. It's fine. Oh gosh, everyone's shouting. Okay, so back to... You seem to be popular. I don't want to say your name in case I say it wrong, so I would just say pal. Right, so we have mix them into a dough and cover the bowl with plastic wrap. Ferment it at a comfortable room temperature, because I can read totally, until the dough doubles in size. And by room temperature they mean not ridiculously cold because you live in Scotland. Music. Is there cheese in it? There can be. I'm not putting cheese in mine, but the person whose recipe I'm following says that if you get like basically little cheese strings and like cut it in half and then pop it in there, it like makes it really nice. But I'm not going to use cheese. But I will be doing egg, obviously. You cannot see because I'm putting white milk in white flour, but you just have to trust me. Okay, I put the milk in there. It's kind of like a meatless Scotch egg. I didn't think of it like that. It's like a carby, super carby Scotch egg. What am I cooking? I am cooking, currently I'm making hot, please excuse me, I can't speak Korean, but I think it's pronounced hot dog. This is up there. It's these little pancakes that you fry, and they've got cinnamon and sugar and nuts in the center. So like you break it open and it's like ridiculously piping hot sugar. So watch out for the clip of me burning my mouth later. Okay. I don't think this is going to be enough liquid, but this is what they said to put in, so I'm putting it in. Some raw egg yolks. Lovely. Yeah, I'm making the pancakes vegan. So, because we're using oat milk, but the egg bread obviously can't really be vegan, can it? I mean, the main ingredient is right there in the name. But it's not going to have any cheese in it. Though it can, if you want to. I'm also not using the little loaf tins, which is the kind of the signature of egg bread, of gyeran-ppang. You don't say the 2 B's, but I just think it's funny. It's gyeran-ppang. But like I said, if you type !food, the recipe will come up, and it has a video of what it's like supposed to look like, and she also pronounces it right because she speaks Korean, and I don't. This doesn't really look like a dough, so am I doing something wrong? Let me just check. Mix them into a dough. I mean, I could add more milk, but I don't really want to make it too wet. I'm giving you a week, I'm surprised you lasted more than that. Yeah, I remember you guys saying on the last stream that I managed to catch that you were eating mostly vegan. That's kind of what I do. I'm not like super strict with it though. I try to eat plant-based a lot, but again, I'm obviously making egg bread, so that's not 100% true, is it? Let's be honest. Right. I'm gonna have to use my hands. It's hands time. Hands-on time. Well, thank you again for that host, you guys. And I hope you had a good stream. Was it just an eating stream, or was it a cooking stream too? This feels horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try and get this over with as quickly as possible. I'm not supposed to knead it, but like, it's just not coming together. More milk! Oh no! Everyone's getting so confused now. It is very confusing, because you both stream under the same name, and then one of you comes in with another username, and it's like, what are you guys doing? Cha. Do I follow a specific type of cuisine and more I'm just kind of whatever, like whatever people want me to see me cook. But this month I've been making Korean stuff, and I'm kind of trying out doing a month per cuisine. But like, I've done cakes and stuff this month, so I'm not just doing Korean stuff, but it's kind of, it's nice to give myself a theme, you know, because otherwise I'm like, I could make anything and I've got too many choices, so it's nice to have a theme. This is a bit wet now, but just dealing with it. Put that tap on a bit strong. That was very loud, sorry. Vegan gyoza was an absolute fail. Oh no, why? I love gyoza. It's the best. 2 egg, oh. The vegan, oh no. I made it earlier and put 2 egg yolks in soy sauce to cure. I've considered doing that. What was wrong with it? Put some Greek food. Yeah, why don't we try Greek food? Let's try that. My only worry is that I have an Asian supermarket nearby, but I don't have like, I don't know where the nearest any other like sub-genre of food is. Like supermarket, if you know what I mean. Like, I know there are like little shops that have a lot of vegetables and stuff from Africa and things like that, and spices from India and things like that, but I have no idea where the closest one is. So this is going to be interesting for any other cuisine that isn't in Asia. Isn't in that part of Asia, you know what I mean. Try Greek! Shouting at me. Sure thing. Okay, we're going to have to cover this and put it to prove. You know, they call it fermenting. It looks very dry, but I'm really worried this is going to be super dry. Punch the dough. Okay, yeah, we have to leave this for ages, so let's just get on with that, shall we? So while this is proving, we'll start mixing the egg bread. Gyeran-ppang. I've heard it as pang and bang, so I don't know which one's right. But they're so cool. They're little loaves, and they've got an egg in them, and it's like yum. But I've never tried them because I've never been to Korea, so is there gonna be room for this? Ugh, Joe moves the shelves in the oven. Jeez. How dare he try and help me by moving the shelves when I needed him to. There's nothing now. This oven's already been on, but like really low, so hopefully this will be okay. Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 1 hour, please.
Sure, 1 hour. Starting now.
Dankeschön. There we go. Someone's made a decision for me for what next month was going to be, because I was tearing my hair out trying to figure out what I was going to do. Because I didn't want to do Japan, even though we will do a Japan month. I just didn't want to do it straight away. And we will also do a Scottish month. Because I want to show you guys how to make stogies. And, like, all the other weird stuff that we eat here. But while that's doing its thing, let's get the egg bread recipe open. This one's actually super easy. It's butter. It's basically just like a little bread, except you don't have yeast. It's kind of more like a cake than a bread, to be honest, because it doesn't have yeast or any rising agents. and it's also got like a lot of sugar, so it's kind of more cake-like, which is why I'm very interested to try it. Because it's called egg bread, but it's like egg cake. I don't know. Okie dokie. Let's get started with that, shall we? Not sponsored by Monster, I promise. I just need caffeine a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get out the ingredients. So eggs, butter, sugar, salt. Oh, there is baking powder in it. Okay, I lied. There is a raising agent. Flour and milk. Already got some of that here. Why do I keep whistling those 3 notes? That's really annoying. Okay. I've already forgotten what the ingredients were. Sugar, butter, eggs. Very important. There's not much butter, but that's okay, because I have spread. Hopefully that will suffice. Okay. Sugar, flour, baking powder. Baking powder, very important. Baking powder, not the same thing as baking soda, which we call bicarb of soda here in the I was going to say the US of A. No, the UK. I'm not American. I don't live in America. Wow, okay, I'm falling asleep. Right. Make a batter by combining butter, sugar, salt, baking powder, vanilla extract, that's the thing I missed, egg, flour, and milk. Whisk until smooth. That's why I was like, is this a cake? It's got vanilla in it. I need to melt the butter. So this is going to be fun, because if you were here before the host, you will know that using my microwave sometimes cuts the stream out. So let's find out if that happens today. Get a mug, melt some butter. I only need a tablespoon. Where is my tablespoon? I'm so forgetful. Ah, it's here. So I'm gonna say like, yeah, okay, I'll figure it out, don't worry. Don't worry about me, you guys just, I put the oven on the other day and it cut the power to the entire apartment. Well, that's, oh, that actually happened in my last flat, not the one I currently live in, but the flat before that. We just moved in, it was the first night, we decided, we haven't unpacked anything, why don't we just have some, like, oven pizza or something? So we went to turn the oven on and, you know, the power cut out. And then we were like, okay, right, that's interesting. And then we did it again, and we did it again. So we ended up not having the oven pizzas and having something else instead. But it turned out that the people who had moved out before we moved in had been very thorough and decided to clean under the oven because it was an oven you could move, and they put it back on top of its own cables, so it had cut through the cable. In the few months that no one had been in the flat, it had, like, you know, pushed down on the cable so much that it cut through it. So it was causing an electric shortage, which blew the fuses and stuff, which was interesting. Did you figure out what caused it, or is it just, like, a coincidence? That's not the word I'm looking for. Wow, wow. Okay, more caffeine. Give me a second. Let me just reboot my system. Whew, that stuff's strong. Right. Okay, so we need a tablespoon. So I'm just gonna just guesstimate and just, yes, there's a little wedge of cheese. That'll do. It's not really cheese, it's butter, I promise. I'm not just putting a huge wedge of cheese in my cake. Lights came back on. Like, they all went off and it all came back, so you're like, it's fine, there's nothing wrong, I don't need to fix anything, it's alright. So I'm gonna go melt this. If the stream does cut out, I will return very quickly. I promise. I might disappear. It might start lagging or buffer or something, so you've been warned. You okay? You still here? You good? It looks like it's okay. Yep. I think we're all okay. I know you can't see me. I'm here. Hi. Okay. We can tell about someone else's stream. Wow, jokes were here. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. I'm freaked out. I feel like my oven is gonna blow up every time I use it now. I mean, you're just reminding me of so many stories. When I was younger, and I lived with my parents, because I was young, we were making dinner, and the oven sounded like it exploded, and wow, that was very high-pitched. And being small and didn't turn around to check, I just started freaking out and like tried to get as far away from the oven as possible, which included climbing on the countertop. Turned out it was just the element in the oven had blown, but it made such a loud noise. I was just like, oh, it's on fire! I have to get away! So, because I could have easily just gone in the other direction and just got away from the oven that way, but instead I decided to go on top of the counter. And I was not allowed to live that down for a very long time. You good? You melted? You good. You good. Okay. We've got melted butter, we've got everything else we need. I must have been exhausted. I ordered this last week. What? That was a lot of... Okay, you ordered Malcolm Reynolds suspenders and Baby Groot sneakers. Okay, I mean, I'm not judging you. Those are both really cool things. I need to watch Firefly. I've only seen Serenity. I've only seen the movie. I started watching the first episode of Firefly, but it was back when I was younger and I didn't have patience, so I was like, this is really wrong, I'm bored. I'm not watching this. So I need to go back and actually watch it now that I have some semblance of patience. Okay, we need 3 tablespoons of sugar. So we're going to start with that. I have got nicer tablespoons, I'd like to point out, because now I'm being watched. and now I'm clarifying. I have a nice set of copper tablespoons, but the last thing I used them for was meat. So I'm not just going to like rinse them, I want to properly give them a wash, and I haven't had time to do the dishes. So we're using my old one, which the handle broke off of. So I'm just going to kind of scoop it like this, and hope that I don't make too much of a mess. But this is me, so you know I will. You know I'm going to make a mess, friends, because it's me. What? Suspenders. Oh, I missed some of those things. I didn't see the wallet. Suspenders, Baby Groot, watch and sneakers. Why not? Just gonna make one. That would be me though. I'd wear that. But then again, I wear a lot of weird stuff, so. There we go. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of sugar, which is why I was like, this is a sweet thing. This is gonna be really sweet. But this is apparently how they do it, so. Uno. Dos. 3 tablespoons of sugar. I don't need a tablespoon for anything else, so we're just gonna go with the butter now. Try not to deafen you with like closing my sugar jar. Okay, so now this is gonna be hot, so I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do this, but without burning myself. But let's just go for it. Oh, look at that! Look at that measuring skill. Almost exactly. Dunzo, Washington. Let's put that there. If I were to be cool, yeah. You could have an awesome Breath of the Wild shield backpack. Oh, don't tempt me, my friend. That sounds amazing. Okay, do I use my... Yes. I'm not even giving you a chance to answer. I'm gonna do it. Big one or small one? Big one. My spatula. Right. Pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of flour. Why did you not start with the flour? Why? So weird. This recipe is written so weirdly. Because everything gets mixed together, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It's all getting mixed together. Why did you not start? Oh well. I personally want the hand solar fridge, but I don't think. Is that a mini fridge that looks like carbon? Is that what you guys? No. I can't remember, but like the Han Solo. You know what I mean, right? You will if it's the right thing. Otherwise, I just sound mad. Okay, half a cup of flour. Yes, this is an American recipe, so we're using lots of cups and not a lot of weights. Just chuck that in there. There we go. Carbonite, that's what it is. I'm saying carbon over and over, like, that's what it's called, right? It's just carbon. No, Lara, that's not what it's called. Okay. See, now it's gonna be really lumpy because the butter and the sugar have combined. And it glows red? What? That's so cool. Please forgive me if I'm not making much sense when I'm talking about the recipe. I'm a lot tireder than I thought I was. But hey, that's like a theme. You guys always turn up and I'm like, hi guys, I'm really tired today. Sorry about that. My life. Hence this thing. So I still haven't picked the last recipe that I'm gonna do for the for Korean month. I think I'm gonna make bulgogi jjigae. I can't remember what the recipe's called, but it's a beef stew, except they have a version that's made with mushrooms. So I'm probably gonna do that because I'm not a really big fan of red meat. But I might not. I might do the red meat version, but I'm probably not gonna. So yeah. So I might make that, but I couldn't find a. I can't remember any of the Korean words. I think it's got 2 names. I think sometimes it's called a dolsot, but it's this earthenware pot and you're supposed to cook it in that. And I don't have to cook it in that, but I kind of felt like that would be a fun thing to do on the stream. So I might do something else, probably going to be what I do. And then next Sunday is Easter. So, Easter Sunday. So I may do an Easter stream. I might even do the 12-hour stream if I get my button gear and actually plan it. But 12-hour stream I've been promising you for like a week. But we'll see, we'll see. Also, I contacted a local cafe restaurant thing to ask if they would mind me doing a mukbang stream there, and they said that they don't see why it would be a problem. So, gonna do that soon when I get my... I've ordered like this weird tripod thing that you... It's not a tripod, it's a phone holder, but you put it around your neck, and I'm gonna use that for some of it, so I'm waiting for that to turn up, and then we're gonna go to the restaurant and do a mukbang stream, you guys. It's so exciting. Because we reached 500 followers. Okay, that is the flour, the sugar, and the butter. Let's do everything else. The pinch of salt. I always like cups, they always sound lighter weights, much less heavy lifting. Yeah, I like cups sometimes. I don't like cups when it comes to things like butter. Because you're like, there's always going to be, unless you've melted it beforehand, there's always going to be like space in between the cubes of butter, and you're like, how small do I make the cubes? Do I minimize the space? Do I just kind of estimate? So, for things like butter, I prefer using weights, but pretty much everything else, I'm not fussed either way. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and half a cup of milk. Is that everything? That's a lot of milk. But then again, they did say it's a batter. Oh no, I need some baking powder first. There we go. I think the caffeine's finally kicking in and I'm actually making more sense. Or maybe I'm not. Who knows? Uno teaspoon baking powder. And then half teaspoon, which I'm going to do by eye because I'm a rebel. Ha 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 ha. Vanilla extract. Which is weird, but okay. We're going to trust you. Recipe. So sticks of butter that are pre-measured with wax paper having a rolling on the outside. Yeah, we don't have those. I mean, sometimes the butter I buy will be marked as 50 grams, but it's not always, so it's not something you can rely on. Like, oh no, this one is marked as 50 grams. If you see, you can just about see that. Okay, right, so let's add in some of that liquid. Half a cup of milk. And again, we're gonna use oat milk because it's my favorite. I've not tried cashew milk. I think I will, but this lasts so much longer than all the nut milks and soy milks I've tried, so I like oat milk more because I don't really ever have a use for it unless I'm baking or having cereal. So I like it to last a while. Okay, let's get mixing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use little ramekins rather than little loaf tins because they're what I've got and I didn't want to have to buy little loaf tins for one stream. As much as I'm not against buying stuff for one recipe, it's also a case of I'm going to run out of space in my cupboards if I keep doing that, so. Make this nice and wet. Mix it a lot so the lumps come out. There we go. Oh, lovely sound. Mmm. Doesn't that make you hungry? Okay. The only thing I'm missing now is egg. Let's just go through it. So butter, sugar, salt, done all of those. Baking powder, vanilla extract, flour, milk, done those. So we just need to put one egg in here. And yes, these are the eggs that I ran out in the middle of a stream to buy because I forgot them. We made, hey Jamie! What's up, dude? We made mandu guk, so Korean dumpling soup, and I forgot the egg. And you need egg because it's like, the actual soup is kind of like egg drop soup. So I needed to get egg for it, so I had to run downstairs and get some eggs. So that's what we're going to use, and I forgot we had an extra one. When we realized you're live, we put the alarm alive across the house. That sounds hilarious. You just like shout at each other like, quick, get online! It's cute. There we go, turn the music down a little bit. So I'm gonna pop this in here and then mix it a lot, and then I'm gonna have to turn the oven on, which is a pain because there's something in there. So I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one ramekin because the ramekin's gonna have a lot less volume than the little loaf tins that she uses in this recipe, which means that the cooking times are gonna be weird. So we're gonna kind of experiment a little bit. This is gonna be more of an experimental stream than I usually do because I'm not really sure how long it needs to be in for and stuff like that. So we're just gonna see what happens. You know, we're just gonna see what happens. There was a hog roast and much beer. Ooh, that sounds schmancy. And we succeeded with not getting shell in it, despite the weird way I opened that egg. Open bar. Wow. Go, Grandpa. Okay, I'm gonna take the proving dough out of the oven. See how it's doing. It's barely done anything. I think we're gonna have to come back to that because it looks really dry. I'm gonna maybe add some more milk. I don't trust it. How high do I need it? Put this 200 degrees. Whoop. Okay, so Jamie, I'll let you know what we're doing, what we're up to. This is the egg bread. So like I keep saying, it's kind of more like an egg cake because it's kind of sweet. This is the batter for it. And the other thing we're doing is this. It's dough that's kind of not really doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to try and fix this. Hi! Hi, I love me too. Welcome in, Jupiter. Okay, I think that that's nice and mixed. So, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spice Rack. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And we is gonna. There was something I was gonna do. Give me 1 second. Just clearing this table so it doesn't look so messy. Oh yes, we were gonna come back to this because we need to wait for the oven to heat up anyway. And we're gonna try and get this boy to actually be a dough and not just a really powdery looking thing. So I might heat up some more milk. I don't even know. Like, look at it. Like, it's a dough, but it's so powdery that it's not really. It's not what we need. It's the dough it's not the dough we need, and it's also not the dough we deserve. So I'm gonna heat up a bit more milk so that we can put it in. And it needs to be hot-ish, not hot, warm, lukewarm, as it puts it, because it's got yeast in it, and we need to activate the yeast. But you don't want to have boiling hot milk, because that'll kill it. But you also don't want to have cold milk, because that'll do nothing. You need to have it lukewarm. But how are you doing, Jupiter? Welcome in. So, yes, the other thing we need to focus on with this guy is we've got to make the filling. So I'm going to use all my bowls today, which is hot sugar. Oh, sorry about the microwave cutting the stream out. He likes to do that. It's kind of a thing. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit too hot, so I'm gonna leave that a couple minutes. So it's like molten sugar in the center. Every recipe I found for the pancakes said to be very careful when eating it, especially when, like, if you give it to a child, because even if it's like okay temperature on the outside, you bite into it, it's gonna have molten sugar. So, you know, that could very easily burn a child's mouth. So you have to be careful. So, like I said, watch out for a clip of me burning my mouth later, because I will. Because I'll go, oh, this is fine, I'll eat this, and then just... But yeah, we're going to use hazelnuts, and I think I have some cashews. But it says in the recipe you can use any nut that you want to use. You can even use sunflower seeds, which I think is a bit weird, but hey. What? Welcome in! Thank you so much for that raid! Hello, everyone! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome in, thank you so much for that chaos confetti. That's a great name. Raid! Everyone's raiding! Help! Help! Hi guys! For people who don't know me, if you've never been here before, my name is Lara. I'm a cooking streamer. Look at all these people coming in. Defend! Defend! I'm a cooking streamer. I also do some games here and there, but I'm primarily a cooking streamer. And today we are making Korean street food, which is very exciting. The rest, obviously, here. If you want to know what we're making, !food will bring up the links to the specific recipe. But yeah, welcome in. Hello. Hello, 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 Toronto ABC, and hello, Chaos Confetti. Welcome in. It's so nice to see you. And I think this is probably cold enough. Yeah. So we're currently making the batter. Mostly gaming, occasional cooking. Well, that's cool. I always love to find new cooking streamers. Okay, I think I probably made this too wet. That's fine. So, I will make a note to follow you later. It's really difficult to follow people through the Twitch chat now, but I will try and remember to follow you later on. So this is the pancake dough, because it's not like regular pancakes, like crepes or drop pancakes, which I think is what they're called. It's like a dough. I've never made it before. It just didn't look wet enough, so I'm putting more liquid in it, but now it looks too wet, and it doesn't really want to do anything. It's kind of just one big glob. So this may be a failure, but the other thing I think is going to be okay. Yeah, we're making egg bread, and we're making pancakes. But oh yeah, someone already put it there. Cooking stream! Oh yes, Twin Raiders are also cooking streamers. Also does cooking streams. That's how I'll phrase it. It's two people, which is why it's confusing. So I'm gonna leave that to do its thing. Hopefully in a little bit that will have doubles. Who knows, maybe it won't do it at all. Then, that's exciting too. And I'm gonna oil up, I don't know why I said it like that, oil up some ramekins so we can make the egg bread, and that's gonna be a bit of a, that's gonna be a bit of an experiment because we're not using molds that are the same shape, so I think that they're probably gonna cook like quicker because it's gonna be smaller. So we're just gonna see. We're gonna put one in at a time rather than doing them all at once and see kind of if it's the right consistency, and if it is, then we're good. If it isn't, then we'll tweak it and we'll do it again. We've got enough for probably 4 or maybe 5. 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I have 4 eggs, so we've got enough for 4. But I don't know how much batter we have, so let's see. Just gonna get out the ramekins because who's prepared before a stream? Definitely not me. So while this is in the oven and this is proving, I have no idea if it's even going to do its thing, we're going to make the filling, which is something, if I get the recipe up. I clicked the wrong link. There we go. Okay, so the filling. Okay. Yeah, so we have to leave it to prove, punch it, and then leave it to prove again, like you do with good stuff, like bread. Put some cooking oils, put one of the pieces. Oh, the filling, which we haven't done yet, is a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2 tablespoons of nuts of your choice. So I think I've got almond slices as well, but I know that I've got hazelnuts and cashews, so. You okay, Luco? I worry about you. Hey, gold one! Welcome in, friend. How's it going? How's everyone doing? So many levels of okay and not okay. It's super cray-cray. Maybe you should go to bed. Oh, hey. I can see all my neighbors in their kitchens. There's like a block of flats directly opposite this window. But it's usually like no one in them, so I never see anything, but apparently everyone's up and about today at the same time. Apparently Sunday night is the night to do kitchen stuff. Everyone's walking around their kitchens at the same time. How interesting. Probably more interesting than if they look this way, because I'm just standing here staring at them. That's a great idea, Luco. You should get some sleep, friend. Okay. Nice and sterilized. There's blood in my caffeine stream. Drink more. So tired, it's silly. I started work at 7 and the clock's recorded. I had no coffee. Thank you for the follow, Chaos Confetti. Welcome to the Spice Rack. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. A lot of people watches. Hi neighbors! Hi neighbors! Never met any of them. Can't even see, like, I don't know, their hair color from here. They're so far away. But they're like, they're directly opposite, but they're across a car park. So, yes, you need more coffee. Now these are nice and clean. We've got one clean one. I don't even think about the other ones. So I'm gonna lube those up with some oil. I think I can probably just like swirl it around. I probably don't even need the kitchen paper. So I've been thinking about making kimchi, but we've only got one Korean stream left, so I may make kimchi just for funs on my own. Might even do an IRL stream where we're not like, it's not like super, you know, high quality 2 cameras. It's just me on my phone being like, so we're gonna make kimchi. We're gonna pop it in the fridge to do its thing. But I don't have like weeks and weeks to let it ferment, so I'm gonna try a really quick one. If I can find one. I think My Korean Kitchen has a quick kimchi recipe, I think, or it's one of the blogs we're using today has a quick kimchi that only takes like a few hours. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. But yeah, I wanna try kimchi. I've never had kimchi. That's a lie. I had kimchi, I wanna say like 3 years ago, but I don't remember what it tasted like, and I had very little. So if I make kimchi myself, the problem with kimchi is you can't make a small amount. Well, that's okay, because I have a friend who loves spicy food and loves Korean food. So if I don't like it, or I have way too much that I'm ever going to use, I can just, like, fob it off on her, give it to her, so she has something to eat. Because I don't really like spicy food, as you guys know, so I might... I know that, like, the whole point of it is that it's spicy, but I might, like, dull down the spice a little bit, like make it less spicy than it normally would be, because I'm not great with spice. Right. Put that in. That's a lot of oil. That's probably way too much oil. Some cooking oil, it says. Oh no, that's the wrong recipe. Brush the bottom and sides. Yeah, that's not really brushing, that's just pouring. Kimchi is a light. Yeah, I'd love to try it. I've never had it. I mean, I don't remember what it tastes like. I haven't had it in recent memory, because I have a terrible memory. I'm gonna pour out the rest of that oil. Hey, Marie! I'm maybe the only Korean that doesn't like kimchi. I'm gonna leave that on the side, because I might need it again for the next one. But hey, welcome in! How's it going, my friend? We're attempting Korean street food, so I'm not, now that I know you're Korean, I'm not gonna try and pronounce anything that I'm making, because I've been butchering everything. So, what we need to do is we need to fill it with the batter, and then, like I said, she has, like, cheese string... Little mozzarella sticks is what she calls them, not like the deep fried ones, just cheese. And she cut them up and she popped them in so like they were either side of the egg. But because I'm using a round mold and I don't have any cheese, I'm not gonna do that. But you totally feel free to do that if you're gonna follow the recipe, because apparently it makes it taste really, really good. But I'm not gonna do that because I just want to make the like classic egg in bread thing. I ran out of words, sorry. Did your accent get stronger? Possibly. I mean, my accent apparently changes quite a lot. Before I moved to uni, I had like no Scottish in my accent at all, but apparently now I do, so you know, I'm also more American than I used to be. I gained a lot of American. I don't know where. Egg and bread is an egg buddy. No, it's if you you know how to find a recipe. If you follow the recipe link, there's a video on that blog which will show you what it looks like. Because it's hard. I mean, it's not hard to explain. It's like a tiny little loaf of bread. You break it in half. It's got like a runny yolk and in the middle, and it's like you've cooked egg in bread, but. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to do this, but it may go badly wrong because I'm gonna have to put a whole egg. Maybe we should just do the yolk. I'm a little worried that I'm not gonna have enough. Yeah, I think we're just gonna use the yolk because otherwise there's not gonna be enough space. Exclamation mark, dude. Is that what it sounded like I said? I'm sorry. We're not really gonna have. If you think about it, this is that tiny little round ramekin. Come on, rude. Dude. I have a runny nose. No, Loco, I didn't. Why have you not gone to sleep yet? I'm so worried. So this is what we're using. Whereas she used like little loaf tins that were like that long. So I could probably have the same amount of batter, but the egg is gonna displace everything so much that it's gonna be really small. So I'm gonna just use the yolk. And then watch it like a hawk to make sure it doesn't burn. So, I'm so nervous. Right, we're gonna do the batter first. I don't have a nice like pouring bowl like she does. I don't have a. Stop it, Golden One. You know what the command is. So yeah. So this is the batter. It's got an egg. It's got flour. It's got sugar. It's got salt. It's got a little bit of baking powder. So it's just like, it kind of looks like a pancake batter, doesn't it? It looks more like pancakes than the thing that's supposed to be pancakes. I don't trust that anymore. Everyone knows K-pop and Lincoln Korean food. Pretty cool. Oh, that's great. You can also make cloud bread whilst you're at it. It's fun and good on stream. If the pancakes don't work, we can switch up and try something else. Okay, I'm gonna attempt this. I'm gonna try and fill it halfway. Because like I said, this is gonna be a trial and error thing. Okay, I'm gonna say that's halfway. Okay, and now I'm gonna. You can't really see it because it's quite pale, but I'm gonna take an egg. I think these are large eggs. I think large eggs in Britain are like extra large in America. I don't remember, but I think that cloud bread is that gonna bring more snow? We're supposed to be getting the beast from the east. What it's been called. It's the storm that happened over like last month. Apparently it's supposed to be coming back. Hooray! More snow. That was sarcasm, if you couldn't tell. So I'm gonna separate the yolk, and I'm just gonna put a yolk in here. I mean, I could probably put the whole egg in. Like, there's enough space. Oh wow, you really can't see that. Can you see it on here? Nope, it's just whited out. Size except half as you're cooking, you find out it's. Is that a Final Fantasy reference? Sounds like a wrestler. It does, actually. Beast from the East. We could, right. I'm gonna do one with the full egg in it. But the thing is I think it's just gonna sit on the top instead of going in. I don't know. Why don't we just go for it? Stop talking about it. Just get on with it. Oh no, it's gone in. It's gone inside. That's good. So now we put that in the oven for. I'm gonna look at it after 10 minutes because I don't trust it. Oh, I should probably put it on a tray. That's probably a good idea. The oven's at 200 right now, just for I don't know facts. Final Fantasy 7. I haven't played Final Fantasy at all. Only Final Fantasy I know about is the stuff that Joe's played, because Joe has a YouTube channel where he plays Final Fantasy. So, okay, I'm gonna put this in for 10 minutes. Take out of the oven and serve hot. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, I'll pop that in carefully. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 10 minutes, please.
Alright, 10 minutes. Starting now.
now we wait. That dough does not look like it's doing anything, and it's been like 40 minutes since I first put it in. Let me see. Yeah, it's been 45 minutes since I first put that dough to prove, so I don't think it's gonna do its thing. I don't know what it is. I just have no luck with yeast recently. Like, it just doesn't want to work for me. Even though I bought more stuff so that it wasn't out of date, I still just can't get yeast to work. How am I supposed to be a baker if I can't make bread? Honestly. How am I supposed to be a baker? Final Fantasy all crossed eyes. I played one a long time ago, no idea. So many remasters with remakes, I'm just like, yeah. It's like Kingdom Hearts. It's not like it's the same as game-wise as Kingdom Hearts, but it's like Kingdom Hearts, there's Kingdom Hearts 1, then there's 1.5, then there's like 1.5 remastered, there's Drop Distance, there's a bunch of other ones in between, then there's 2, and then there's, like, 1.5 is like 1 with some extra on the disc. There's so many games. It's ridiculous. You start your own yeast culture so you can have 200-year-old yeast. Okay, we just need to wait 10 minutes for that to do its thing. I don't really want to make the filling for the pancakes until we know that the pancakes are actually gonna be pancakes, because it's just doing nothing. And it's getting hot in here now, so it's not like it's too cold for it to rise. So I'm just gonna leave it for as long as I can, and we're gonna do the filling, but we're not gonna hold out any hope, because it might not do anything, and we might not be able to use it. I baked bread yesterday, turned out okay, not great, weird how basically just flour. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I think yeast is the thing that gets me every time. I made bread, oh, okay. Anyone in the UK, if you have a Tesco near you, see if they have the, I think it's called, it's white bread mix, but it's like it's got like an adjective at the start that I can't remember. Like crispy, but crispy's not a good word for bread. Can't remember what it is. Anyway, it's white bread mix, and it's basically bread flour and yeast and sugar and salt. So it's got everything you need except for the water, and it makes amazing, amazing bread. I've used it twice. It's so good. It's probably not cheaper than an actual loaf of bread would cost, because it's like an 80p, so it depends what kind of bread you get, I guess. But it's a funky, sleepy. Yes, those are both the adjectives that are on the packet. How can I not think of the word? Crusty, which sounds disgusting actually, doesn't it? Hold on, let me see if I can find the packet. Yes, it's crusty. It's crusty white bread mix. But crusty makes you think of, like, old people, and not in a nice way. Yeah, so it's crusty white bread mix. If you can find this in a Tesco, and you want to make bread, but you don't know how to make bread, buy this. It's really nice. It's so good. It's really easy, but it actually makes really nice bread. Not just like, yeah, it's technically bread. It's like, it's good. Getting used to use the warm, but not so warm you don't want to put your hand in it. Oh. Wow. There's salt in it, in the yeast, in this. Can't really see it. Oh yeah, I do! I got it like last year. They had this charity thing that if you raise enough money, you got an apron. So it's like one of my favourite things that I own. Crusty White Bread sounds like a terrible band. It just sounds like it's a band of like old white men. Crusty White Bread. So yeah, this is the dough that's not doughing. It's got yeast, it's got warm milk, so I'm not happy with that, but that's fine. So we've got 5 minutes on this the egg bread. Should we? I think I'm gonna make the filling. Sorry, I started asking you a question there and just decided that I had the answer myself. we're gonna make the filling for the pancakes, and then if it's bad, we're just gonna eat the filling on its own. I'm gonna stop waving knives at you because that's dangerous. Also, I realized someone made a comment because everything's always whited out when I use my chopping boards because they're all white. And someone was like, we need to get you a chopping board that isn't white. And I remembered I actually have a glass chopping board in my cupboard that I've never used because it came with the flat, so I didn't buy it or anything. So I'm going to attempt to use that today. So if you hear a very loud crack or smash, it's because I've broken it. And it's quite big, so it's just like a sheet of glass, but I was told it was a chopping board, so it's also not clean because it's been under all my other pans, so bear with me while I give it a little scrub. Followed by the yeast. First song is not doing enough. Second song is full of is the yeast I can do, you guys. Oh. Now I want to like make a band. I don't know, in like The Sims or something. Yeah, they're a tribute band. Oh my god. Can you imagine like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good bread pun. You can all see the magic behind the chopping board. We're gonna use a glass board. Ooh, that's not a nice noise. Problem with the glass chopping board is you can see all the fingerprints. Maybe you guys can't, but I can. Ooh, it's really cumbersome. It's not a good size. There are actually two, I've just remembered, but the other one has my gingerbread house on village on it. Because I never I haven't got rid of that yet. It's still there. So let's clean up this, whatever it is. Some awful band full of dumpy white guys using their music to spread dad jokes. Yes, though. Like, that's like the ultimate goal for dad jokes. Is bands, you can just spread it around. Okay, so the recipe is like sugar, cinnamon, and nuts. So I'm just gonna chop me some nuts. What I'm gonna do, because I'm never gonna use these otherwise, so self-raising dumplings. I'm in. We're making a band, you guys. We're getting the band back together. So these are hazelnuts. I have a lot of them because I bought them for when I made the vegan apple crumble, because there were hazelnuts in the crumble. And then Joe informed me that apparently he's allergic to hazelnuts, despite the fact that I've never seen any evidence of this. But you know what? Like I said at the time, I would rather not risk it than try and prove him wrong and end up really hurting him. So, because you know what? It costs nothing to not put them in. So, we're just going to chop up these for the remaining 1 minute. Oh no, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just, like, not. No, we'll have to cool anyway, so that's fine. Any drummers here? I can never, like, right. Back when I was in high school, I had a band with my friends. You know, like, you meet up with your friends, you, like, play guitar and stuff, so you basically just have a jam session, and then you're like, we could be a band, we should be a band, but then you never go anywhere with it. So, I would go over to my friend's house every Friday for band practice, when we would just, like, sit and play stuff. I sing, I can't play any instruments. My friend could play bass and my other friend could play guitar, but I didn't know a single person who could play drums. And now I have a friend who can play a bunch of instruments, and we were like, oh, we could like totally do open mic sessions or something someday. And they were like, yeah, we should do that. But we don't know any drummers. It's like, I can never find any drummers. I don't know any drummers anywhere. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Oh, okay. I don't like this chopping board. It's making me nervous. Because it's like making noises. I don't like the sound of that. No. You know what? We're just not going to use this chopping board because I'm too nervous. I'm actually so scared it's gonna crack. It's supposed to be a chopping board, but I don't trust it. I'm moving it. I'm getting it out of the way. Oh, good timing. That's the egg stuff done. Or, no, I need to check it. Ooh! Yeah, it's not done yet, but it looks really good. Uh-oh. I just deleted the timer for the dough. I don't think it's moving. Who makes a chopping? Yeah, right? Like, someone, like... I was looking at the inventory when we moved in, and there it was like... da-da-da-da-da, like, cooling rack, and then it had glass chopping board. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Like, I don't understand, because clearly it's going to be strong, it has to be strong enough to withstand knives, because that's the whole point of chopping board, but it's just so nerve-wracking to use it. Like, one day I'm going to just be like, chopping away, doing my thing, and it's just going to, like, catch it, and it's going to crack, or I'm going to push too hard, and I'm trying to bruise some herbs or garlic or something, and it's going to go and just smash and shatter into a million pieces, and I'm not going to be able to use the garlic, because it's all glossy and messy. It's gonna be rubbish. I don't want that. I need to get a nicer chopping board. Maybe a wooden one. Because I've got two plastic white ones, but they're both starting to, like, you know when you've had a chopping board for ages and you end up like, there's like lines because you've cut it so often in the same place, and then like stuff gets stuck in those lines, so it's harder to clean. It's getting to that stage, so maybe I'll add a nice chopping board to my Amazon wishlist. And a magical fairy will buy me one for my birthday. Bruised garlic. Oh no. Who like living on the edge. Living on the edge. I put on another timer for 5 minutes for the egg bread because it looks really good. It's like risen up above the edge of the ramekin, but not like it's like a souffle. It looks like a little bit like a souffle, but like less light. So like, I don't know, bread. Okay. Yeah, like, surely I'm not the only one who thinks this is... I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks this is weird. Like, I'm glad you guys are like, glass chopping board, what? I think what I'd like is one of those chopping boards that has all those, like, measurements and stuff on it. Because whenever... The odd occasion that I need to chop something and measure it, so like I'm making pfeffernuss or I'm making gnocchi, though you don't really have to be that specific with gnocchi, but something like that, you know, something where you have to measure it to make sure it's okay. I have to get my ruler from my room, and I'm like, this ruler has pen on it, so I have to hold it really far away from the dough so I don't get pen on the food. So, you know, but kill two birds with one stone if I got a chopping board with measurements on it. Anyway, Foo for what's it? Yes, pfeffernuss! I haven't talked about pfeffernuss in a while. Sorry, Joe left the food for dinner uncovered, so I was just throwing that out. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna need to chop those nuts. But, I don't think the dough's rising, and I don't really want to cook it if it hasn't risen. Like, what do you think? Does that look like it's doing its thing? It looks a little bit bubbly on the top. Maybe if I leave it until the end of the stream, it'll be okay. Bamboo chopping board with measuring scale. Are you saying that that's a bad thing? Ew, what's on the side of this? Ugh. The other dough. Yeah, let's, do we bother chopping the nuts? Yeah, because if we're gonna make it, we want to have the stuff ready to make it. So, let's get that out. So, nuts, sugar, cinnamon. Not hard. How about one from the Amazonian? You guys find a good one on Amazon? Like, I will pop it on my wish list. We have a minute on the bread. The bread cake, the cake bread. Okay. This is gonna be a lot less scary, I hope. Yeah, see? Much nicer. Not going every 10 seconds as I chop. I mean, it is, but it's the nuts, not the glass. I'd rather cut vegetables on my leg than use this. Oh my god. That's quite... quite a review right there. So what do you recommend Golden One? The only reason I didn't want it to be white is because it's a lot harsher to see. I mean, you can kind of see what I'm doing, but when I'm chopping garlic, you can barely see it. Okay, everybody, you know what that timer means? That timer means it's time to check the bread. Still doesn't look like it's actually done. I'm just gonna like move it so I can see it. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Just because it doesn't look like it's quite done on the top. I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes. So that is currently sitting at 18, which is more than it says it needs. But I think I actually misjudged how small the loaf tins that she uses are. So I'm just kind of, I want it to be fairly brown. It's kind of like starting to brown on the top, but I want it to look a little browner before I eat it, since it has, you know, an egg in it. So yeah, if you think I'm doing it for too long, it's possibly because it's a different size container. Oh, that annoys me so much. Like, you know what annoys me more though than 1 star because I didn't actually buy it? What annoys me more is when people leave. It's not so common on Amazon, but I have seen it. But on other websites, like lesser known websites, like just one shop, like one brand or general clothing shopping websites, when people leave a review saying, I ordered this today, can't wait for it to arrive, and it's 4 stars or whatever, and I'm like, you haven't actually got the item, you shouldn't leave a review yet, you've only just bought it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you even think that that's okay? Like, if you're not someone who's very tech savvy, then maybe, but why did you go to leave a review if you hadn't actually got the item? I don't understand. I'm just gonna keep crushing these until they're like almost powdery, because I don't want it to be big chunks. So, are there any, like, rating their giddy anticipation? They leave reviews if it comes in a day early, too. Like, I don't mind the silly reviews of, like, when people clearly got a broken product and are like, oh, this is rubbish, it didn't even do this, it didn't even turn on. I'm like, well, okay, I understand that you're annoyed that the people sent you a broken laptop or whatever it was. Like, that makes sense to leave a bad review, but at the same time, if they're giving you a replacement, then don't leave the review until the replacement comes. Because it could just be an issue with the one that they have happened to send you out of the hundreds that they send people. Like, I get it why you would leave a review, but at the same time, it's like, think about it, you know? Because I feel like if I got a broken product and then I sent it in and they sent me another broken one that was broken in a different way, then I'd be like, okay, clearly all of these are broken. But if I just got one broken product and then they sent me a replacement immediately, I'd be like, oh, it was broken, but they replaced it, so 4 stars. Whatever. I remember when I sold stuff on Etsy, I had a completely positive, 100% like positive review on Facebook, on my Facebook page, because everyone had been like, 5 stars, this is great, which is nice, you know, obviously everyone loves it. And then one person gave me 4 stars, and they hadn't even bought the thing that they were talking about, because they were like, I didn't buy it because it wasn't perfect. And I'm like, well, then don't leave a review if you didn't buy it. What? You guys ready? It really doesn't look cooked to me. Oh, I can't actually, hold on. Couldn't actually put it down where I wanted to because I was holding it in a funny way. Can you see that? Can you see that little guy? He doesn't look fully cooked. He looks kind of moist, but he's the test, so I'm gonna leave it to cool in the pan for a few minutes. you know, so I don't burn my mouth trying to eat it. That's safe for later. It's a little bit pale, right? But it's way longer than they said to cook it for, so... Let me just check it's on the right. Yeah, it might be a little bit low on the temperature, so maybe I'll put it back in a bit longer. Put it back in for another 3 minutes. And then we'll check it, because I don't want to see if I want to see if the egg is running. But yeah, you're right. We're gonna put it on for another 3 minutes. I agree with you, Chaos. It's supposed to look like potato with a grain of salt. No, you agreed with me, which is that was my worry. Was it looked a bit pale, but you thought it looked pale too. Neither of us had had it before, so we're just gonna go with what we think. I have a feeling Razer Gaming Products don't ever want me to leave reviews. Everything they sent me was garbage and broken within a few days. Eesh. Yeah, it's like Alienware. Is it like Alienware? My friend has an Alien laptop and he swears by it. He loves it. But like everyone else I've spoken to is like, Alienware is not worth it. I'm never gonna get Alienware because it's incredibly expensive. But they're like, it's not worth it for what it is. I have now received 6 reminders to review some Under Armour gear. So my review is going to be, I damaged a ligament in my neck the day after I bought this, but it looks nice, 1 star. Oh my god. That's it, that's all I really needed to do. I just need to mix it together in this. And the dough is not doing anything. Should we? Okay, here's a question. I need your opinions. Should I make the pancakes anyway with the dough that hasn't actually risen? Or should I just chuck it? Because I feel like chucking it is a waste, but at the same time, I don't want to make a pancake and it be like, this is just nothing but starch. What do you guys think I should do? Worst case, it should still be food. Best parts about cooking, small and medium errors go away quickly. Like, unless you're trying to impress the chefs, you're trying to impress the judges on something like MasterChef, it's cool. It's cool. Or it's a Great British Bake Off. I didn't tell you guys because I didn't think I was gonna get in, but I didn't get in. Like, no one expected me to, but still. I'd try anyway. Okay, good. I was hoping someone would say that, so I can go for it. Hold on 1 second, my lighting has just, I've got, my laptop's Windows 10, so it has it set to automatically dim and like go orange at night. But I don't want that, so I'm gonna turn that off now. There we go. Because I can't see the stream properly, because it goes all, it's hard to differentiate colors. Nom nom nom. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for the egg bread, and then we're gonna try and make the pancakes. If the egg bread works first time, we'll make the pancakes. One issue with the pancakes that I knew about, not the issue of it not rising. One issue is gonna be, it says you need to use a flat thing, so that like a specific pancake press thing, like to push it down, because it doesn't spread out like a normal pancake batter would. It's just like a lump, so you have to squish it down. But I don't have anything that's that flat and big. The only thing I really have is like the bottom of a pan, but I don't really know if that's a good idea. I don't know, who knows, I don't know. So we're gonna just have to experiment again. It's like the stroop waffle thing all over again. When I was making stroop waffles ages ago, it was like, what do I push it down with? I don't know. Okay. I think this looks like it's done. What do you guys think? I think that looks good. That looks good to me. I have a chunk. That's not gonna fit in my pan. It has to fit in the frying pan. Okay. Let's move the chopping board out of the way so you guys can see better. Ta-da! That looks better, doesn't it? So I think, okay, I love video recipes, don't get me wrong, but the one issue with video recipes is if there's a video recipe and a written recipe, they don't tell you everything in the written recipe, because they kind of expect you to see the video. And I did watch the video for this, but it was like last week when I was deciding the recipes, so there are little bits of here and there that I don't remember, like whether I'm supposed to use a knife to get it out, Not that that really makes much difference, but it's just, you know, for people who don't, if there's someone who doesn't ever cook, and they're like, I'm gonna try this, maybe they wouldn't do that, and they'd just be shaking it for ages, being like, why isn't it coming out of the mold? I thought you were just smashing things. Traditional chefy thing to use, something that is the bottom of another frying pan. I have a pan that would fit, so we might just use that. I loathe video recipes. Oh, why? Okay, I'm gonna get a knife. Not that one, that's really stabby, we don't want a stabby one. We want just a nice regular knife. Spreading knife, nothing too sharp. And we're gonna attempt to pop this out. Okay, I'm gonna move this out the way because it's just loud. I move this out the way. Okay. Woo. Now, the egg may have cooked too much because we left it in for quite a long time. So please bear that in mind. This has been oiled, so it shouldn't be sticking this much, but maybe I didn't put enough in. You know. Ah, you need to do add quote. Because as you say, so much gets assumed, I can read and take in written recipe in seconds if it's simple and 2 to 3 minutes if it's complicated. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I made a Binging with Babish recipe. Oh my goodness, was that only last week? I made a recipe from Binging with Babish, which is a really good YouTube series, but I hadn't watched the video immediately before the stream. So there was a bunch of stuff that I didn't do, and I rewatched the video later to be like, what did I do wrong? And there were things that weren't mentioned that were actually quite important, and I was like, oh, okay. Videos are always so padded. Yeah, right, okay. We're gonna attempt to, I need my other glove, to put this out like this. Don't know if you can do that if you're not a mod. If you can't do it, I'll do it in a second. Hold on. Oh, I think it's come out already. No, it hasn't. I'm trying to do this without hurting your ears because I'm going to mute the microphone because I'm going to have to hit this and it might shake and make a lot of noise. And I know that I'm already quite loud through your headphones because I have the mic up quite loud, so I'm just going to mute it. There we go. It looks a little bit more like a cake. I like the streaming because I ramble when people ask questions, but a recipe video, I have to do so scripted. Oh yeah, no, I totally get you, because oh no, oh no, like, I have a video I was gonna film this week. I ended up not doing it for other reasons, but I had a video I was gonna film, and I was like, okay, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do this. And I just realized it was gonna be so unnatural for me because I'm just so used to talking a lot. And it would just look really weird. Anyway. Okay. You guys ready? You ready? It looks like I'm going. You guys ready? I'm gonna move these actually. It's still hot, but she says to serve it while it's hot. If the yolk does not run, then I have not cooked it properly. Okay? It will still be tasty, but it will not be proper. Oh. Yeah, I overcooked it. See? Can you see that? Let me tilt it for you. Nope, you can't because it's brightened out too much. Bread. Egg. In the center. See if I can show you on this camera without it brightening up too much. There we go. See that? It looks really good, and it'll probably taste really nice, but it's not runny. We cooked it for too long. So we're gonna make another batch because we've got plenty of it, and we're gonna cook it for only 15, possibly 13 minutes, okay? Because this was 18. I actually really love egg yolk fully cooked, but the point of it's supposed to be like, you pair it and it's supposed to like goo everywhere. I think I was just so nervous about not cooking egg white because I hate undercooked egg white. Like, it makes me gag, it's so bad. So I'm going to attempt to eat this when it's not so hot. It is a little doughy on the bottom. Like, I don't know if I've made the batter too wet. It's like, it's still cooked, but it's like, you can't see a thing right now. If I turn this off, will it? Yeah, it's way too dark. It's like kind of doughy, you can see that. Prefer the yolk to cook too, yeah. There's an egg inside the bread, what? I like runny yolk. I like runny yolk when it's a soft boiled egg, because obviously. And I like it when it's a poached egg, but I don't like it when it's, I don't know. I don't like it when it's a fried egg. I don't know. I'm kind of weird. So I'm going to attempt to eat this, but it's very hot. But we're going to, actually, you know what? We'll make the next one while that's cooling down. That's just out the oven. Why did I pick that up with my bare hands? Didn't burn me, but it could have done. I'm going to quickly scrub it out and redo it. Like, put oil in it again. Because I don't want it to burn on the outside because there's already stuff on it. Bear with me just a second, I'll let you guys look at this while I'm away over here. I can still read the chat, but I will just be a second cleaning this up. I have a question. Do other countries have egg and soldiers? Like, do you guys call it that? Because I feel like it's quite a British thing, but maybe it isn't. Like, I know I probably sound really, like, really dumb when I ask that kind of stuff. I do not call anything egg and soldiers. I'm not kind of interesting. Ah, okay, so I'm not feeling super dumb. It is, egg and soldiers, Luco, is soft-boiled egg in an egg cup, and then you have, like, strips of toast with it. Those are the soldiers. So it's basically, it's soft-boiled egg and toast, but the toast is cut into strips, so you can dip it in. Prime dipping size. Yeah. Golden One's also explaining it. But yeah, I didn't realize it was a... I mean, I think I knew it was a British thing, but I just wanted to check it wasn't, like, also, I don't know, an American thing or whatever, because there's a lot of things that I think are British that it's not. So, anyway, let's continue with our experiment. Yeah, I'm not deafing you guys. Canadian, for reference, I've had that dish. It's an Easter thing, but we don't call it that. Oh, is it only an Easter thing? We have it here, like, all the time, like, all year round. But that's interesting. I actually did want to ask you guys if there are any Easter dishes you'd like me to make, like, specific to, like, your country or our country. It doesn't have to be where you're from. Because I might do, like, a really long cooking stream on Easter. And if there's anything you'd like me to make. But it's been too... Oh, okay. Sounds like claims to be related to coffee. It's called like egg and toast. Full toast, no strips. Yeah, that's why it's a specific thing. Okay, this is nice and oiled up, I hope. And we're gonna make another one, but we're only gonna put it in for 13 minutes. And we'll see how that goes. We've probably got enough for maybe 2 more, which is how many eggs we have, so that's good. It's about half full. Well, that's a bit more than half, actually. I'm running out of space over here. I have a whole countertop on this side that you guys don't see, but I'm running out of space. I don't want to put anything on this table because it like gets really cluttered really quick. And Laura makes an Easter thing and one Italian Easter bread. Hello, what is that? That sounds good. Ah, I made a mess. Okay. I'm quite happy with how the egg sunk into the bread in the first attempt because I didn't think it was gonna work. Shoo! Hey, my friend. Welcome in. I'm gonna just pop this on the baking tray. popping tray in the oven. Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 13 minutes. Ah, it didn't work. She didn't recognize my voice. Set me a timer for 13 minutes.
Sure, 13 minutes. And here we go.
Okay, let's try this now. We can. Oh, I just got the sugar. Oh. Ugh. That is so sweet. I don't know how cheese would be good in this. It's nice, but it's basically it's what it looks like. It's cake with an egg in the middle. It just tastes like, I don't know, like a cupcake. It just tastes like a cupcake. It's kind of weird. I'm wondering if there was sorry, I'm gonna speak. If I put too much sugar in. I mean, I put as much as it said, but maybe the recipe was wrong because it's all really weirdly sweet. A steak show. That might be interesting. Okay, back it up, I've missed stuff. As far as I can tell, it's a butter-enriched bread recipe covered in sugar and sprinkles. I could try that. You know what, Luco? Maybe I'll start doing a recipe. Hey Danny, welcome in! Thank you so much for those biddies. Maybe I'll start doing a show on the stream, Luco, where I make really weird concoctions, because you want pizza cake. Jamie, ages and ages ago, asked for garlic cookies, and there was something I wanted to try and make, which I'm not going to tell you about until I've made it and actually made a recipe that's okay. Oh god, it's giving me a sugar rush. I know there's sugar in Monster, but it's like the sugar from the cake is getting me. Like, it's so weird. It's weird. It's like a cake Scotch egg. And I love hard-boiled eggs. So like, I'm not fussed. But I can see how it would be better with a soft-boiled egg. A soft egg, even. Yeah, like, back when Jamie first started watching the stream, he said something like, yeah, there you go. See, like, I started trying to figure it out and then I stopped. Because he actually told me I was making it and then he was like, oh, I didn't want that. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. But I want to try it anyway. Well, I'm sorry, show. Is it because it's late or is it just... I do still owe you cookies. I'm very sorry. I was gonna ask you when I saw you yesterday and then I completely forgot. Oh. If I see you this week, I will do it then. Blue cheese and cranberry cookies. See, this is nice. I'm having just the egg white with the cake. It doesn't taste too bad. It just tastes like egg white and cake, but it doesn't make too much, like, it's not a battle in my mouth. Whereas the yolk was a bit strong. So I think with a runny yolk it might be better. But blue cheese and cranberry, I want to try that. That sounds like something I want to make. Also, something I was going to say. What was it? I don't remember. It's gone. I've lost it. It's like there's a battle in my mouth. No survivors. Oh god. No more taste buds. We've got 8 minutes left on that bread. I'm gonna like look in on it in a couple minutes just to see. Because the shape of it's different, we might need to cook it at a lower temperature or something. But yeah, maybe we'll start doing some really weird stuff. Like taking two things that shouldn't go together and see if we can make them a thing. That's what I was gonna say. Speaking of egg yolks, I just remembered something. I watch a lot of cooking shows or food related shows on Netflix, which is probably not a surprise to anyone. I swear I have other hobbies other than cooking. It's just the only thing in my life at the moment. And I've been watching, oh, yes, well I can't really show you because I've eaten most of it, but it tastes like a cupcake with an egg in it. The yolk's gone because I ate that. But the next one's going to be out the oven in like 7 minutes, so if you stick around you might be able to see that one. But yeah, I've been watching Chef's Table on Netflix, which is very good. You should totally watch it. It's very inspirational if you like cooking, but it's also very like, it talks about like nouveau cuisine and stuff, like, you know, like the tiny little plates. So if that annoys you, don't watch it. But there was one chef who grew a certain type of pepper, fed that pepper to the chickens, so that the egg yolks that the chickens produced were red. And I just thought that was really cool. Because chickens can eat peppers because they don't have the, like, the taste buds, I don't think that's the right word, but they don't have the receptors for the spice in spicy peppers, so like, you know, like little red peppers. So they can eat them with no problem, and in fact they love eating them. They like them, apparently. According to this show, I might be speaking out my bottom, but that's what it told me. And so they fed the peppers, like a puree of the peppers to the chickens, and the chickens produced red yolks, which I just thought was really cool. And a fun little tidbit. Now I'm going to check on the egg bread. Oh yeah, that's nowhere near done. So it's been, I put it on for 13 minutes. It's got 6 minutes left. There's maths that I can't do. 7 minutes? It's been in? I'm gonna say it's been in for 7 minutes. No. Wait. 8. Well, it's 8 minutes now because it's gone down to 5 minutes. So yes. So that's nowhere near enough, just so you guys know. It's still, I can still see the egg yolk, I mean white, still clear, so. But yeah, this is really weird. It's like slightly undercooked cake with an egg in it. But hey, if that's what the street food is, that's what the street food is, you know. I'm not here to judge people on what they like to eat. I don't live in Korea, I'm not used to Korean food. You know, I'm used to British food. And very, very sweet stuff, she says, drinking a large can of Monster. Okay, so I think we might need to start making the filling for the pancakes. It looks like it's actually doing something. So we're gonna leave that as long as we can. The pancake dough, we're gonna leave it as long as we possibly can before we start cooking it. I could buy the, oh, don't say that, goodness me. But hi, welcome in, Pie Donut. That's whose recipe we're using, actually. But I could never accept this. That is sure that's not true. Right. So we're gonna make the filling for the pancakes. So we're just shucking these hazelnuts. So again, Joe's not allowed to eat any of these because he cannot have hazelnuts. And I don't want to risk anything. And then we just need to put sugar and cinnamon in, so it's really not that hard. I don't know if these are cut small enough. They're probably not, but oh well. My mother always made Korean food at home and I had no idea it was Korean, just like a lot of deep fried stuff. There's like, I like doing my research, probably not enough, but I like to do a fair amount of research because I want to make it fair. I don't want to say I'm making it authentic or traditional or whatever, but I want to, you know, be able to respect the food that I'm trying to make, even if I have to change some stuff. But I'm looking into Korean food and it's just so awesome, especially street food. It's just like so much stuff. And I can't remember the point of this. But yeah, there were so many things that I was like, I could make that. I could totally, like, I want to make that on the stream. And I was like, I only have about 13 streams a month. 13 cooking streams, or less than that actually. No, like, let me figure out how many I've done this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Only 8? Yeah, I've only got 8. Oh, that's weird. That's way less than I thought it was. So I've only got 8 a month. So I can't make everything that I want to make, which sucks, because there are so many exciting things that I would like to try. But, you know, we gotta move on to the next country, which someone has said is gonna be Greece. Never had Greek food. Never even tried Greek food. So that's gonna be interesting. I have tried Korean food once, a long time ago. So yeah, let's... Oh, dumpling soup video. Yes, last thing I made was dumpling soup. And there's a highlight, which is probably what you mean. There's a highlight in my video tab that you can watch that has all the chat and stuff, but it also has a lot of technical difficulties because this camera, the one I used for the countertop, was just messing up a lot. So if you want to see one without that, you can go to my YouTube, which is PurpleCoffins. It doesn't have the chat, but it has everything, all the times I try and fix the camera are cut out, so if that's going to annoy you, then you can go and watch that version. Just for anyone who doesn't know, I tweeted about it today, but obviously there's a lot of new people in, so yeah, if you want to check out my previous videos, some of them are in my video tab, in my collections, but some of them aren't, because I haven't done all of them yet. And some of them are on YouTube too. How long do we have on this? 1 minute! We've got 1 minute, so I'm not going to make this yet. We're going to try the next egg bread, and I'm going to fill myself up with cake. I do want to try and make a weird bastardized version of the dumpling soup that's not going to be the same. I have an idea, because I have a bunch of... I've got so much dumpling mix left over from that video. It's in a bag in my freezer. I ran out of skins. I used up all the skins in the little packet of gyoza skins, and I still have so much left, so I need to buy more. But when I make more, I have an idea, something that I want to try, but it's not going to be like a specific Korean dish or anything like that. It's going to be kind of just a weird dish. We're just going to see how we make it, but as someone pointed out, I will larify it and make it my own, because, you know, that's what chefs do. That's what chefs do. They make they take a recipe and then do what they want with it. Kofta stuffed vine leaves, that thing with cheese and a name I can't pronounce, that's the stuff. And the stuff that's totally not phyllo pastry. Spanakopita? Is that that's the only thing. Is that Greek? Is spanakopita? I'm gonna look up. Okay, Google. What's spanakopita? Spanakopita with a P, and it is Greek. It's a spinach pie. There's another one that they made on the Bake Off, which I wanted to try, and I can't remember the name of it. It begins with an S though, which is why I get it mixed up. And there's the timer. Let's check on our cake. Let's check on our weird little cupcake. That's not a cupcake, it's supposed to be bread. Yes, there we go, that's what I was saying, yeah. Spanakopita, except I was saying it weirdly because I can't pronounce words. Okay, well, it exploded, but it doesn't look like it's fully cooked, and it's exploded a little bit. But that might be the egg white that's exploded, so I don't know what to do. I cannot make pastry to save my life. It's one of life's greatest annoyances for me. I've only... Oh! Sorry about that. I've only ever made... I've made short crust, but it wasn't very good. And I've never made puff pastry, even... Oh wait, no, that's a lie. I made rough puff, because I made Portuguese egg tarts once, and I made rough puff pastry for that. But I've never made proper puff pastry, and I've never made anything else either. Phyllo pastry. Oh, interesting. See this explosion? I think, like, the manchi, the person who made this recipe, had, like... Oh, I did not oil this enough. Like, it was runny on the top because of the egg. So I don't want to cut into it, but it doesn't look cooked. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn the oven down and pop it back in. Because 13 minutes is not enough, because it's not cooked. And I don't want it to be like, I don't want the egg, the white to be runny, but it's so hard to figure out. We've only got one more attempt at this, so we have to be really careful. So I'm putting it back in for another 3 minutes. That's going to be 16 minutes at 200 degrees, just for anyone who's keeping track, or me if I'm watching later. And if we, I was going to say if this doesn't work, we can make another batch, but we can't because I only have so many eggs. And the shop closes early because it's Sunday, so I can't even get more. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Try buttering the dish and flouring the butter so it'll stick to the flour, but the flour won't stick to the butter. Ooh, meat? That's a good idea. It was only a little bit stuck, but yes, that's a good idea. That's what I used to do ages ago. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna spend the next few days researching Greek food like mad. Because I wouldn't even have a basis for it, because like there's a lot of ingredients in Korean cooking that are the same as Japanese cooking. Not all of them, obviously, but there's a lot of similarities. There's like fish sauce and like soy sauce and stuff like that. But I've never made anything Greek, so this is gonna be exciting. You know what I do like though? I'm gonna probably, like, all of the really niche little supermarkets and like marketplaces and stuff around my city are just gonna be like, oh, it's that weird girl with the pink hair again. She been in yours lately. Oh yeah, she's buying all the Greek stuff. Oh yeah, she was buying loads of Korean stuff last month. I just keep going in and buying stuff and being like, I'm just gonna make everything. Scoop it all off the shelf. And I'll need to go buy like vine leaves and stuff. I have no idea where I'm gonna find vine leaves. So that's gonna be interesting. Something I do want to try and make is, there was a Vietnamese restaurant in not my hometown, but the city next to my hometown. And they had a dish that I loved. It was the only thing I ate when I went there. It was so good. And then I could never find a recipe for it online. Even when I like memorized the name of it and searched it later, it's like, it's their specialty, so nowhere else has a recipe. And then I found someone who also really loved the food at that specific restaurant and had figured it out, and I was like, you're amazing. But I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember who wrote the recipe. I don't know if it still exists, but I want to try and make it on stream because it was so good. It was so good. I think, oh, I may have a link to it saved on my old blog. I might be able to find it. But it was like red, I think it was chicken, and it was like smoky and it wasn't spicy. It was one of the few things that wasn't spicy, which is why I loved it. I need to figure it out. I need to find it and I need to make it on stream. Okay, so we're gonna take this, we're gonna take out the egg bread in 5 seconds. And then we're gonna try and make the pancakes because I keep putting that off. Because the stream has been on for over 2 hours and we haven't even made the pancakes yet. So, we're gonna do that. But first, we're gonna try and get this egg bread right. Because Joe's not here. No one's waiting for me to finish the stream. It's fine. Tell you what was really annoying. When I started the stream, for anyone new, you won't know this, but woo! When I started the stream, I lived with Joe, but I also lived with another person who, I don't know, we gave him a Fernando, I think, something like that. We gave him a nickname that wasn't his real name. And it would be very annoying, more for him than for me, because, you know, if my stream ran over, he couldn't get in the kitchen to have a drink or anything. So if the stream ever ran over, I would like go to his room, be like, be right back guys, be like, do you need anything? I'm so sorry, like, please don't hate me. But here it's so much easier because Joe will just wander in if he needs something, and there's no one else. There's no one who doesn't want to be on camera or anything like that, which is really nice. It's so nice. But you know what? You make do with what you got. If you can only stream in a house with other people, then you make sure that you give them the food that you make as an apology for using up the kitchen. Because that's what I used to do. If I made something like a cake or whatever, I'd be like, do you want some? I'm sorry. That's my advice to you. If you're a cooking streamer and you live with someone who isn't like okay with being on camera, then offer them and give them the stuff that you make, unless you burn it and then don't, because that's rude. So I did that once. I was like, I burn it, but you can still have some. And he was like, No thanks. So I'm gonna attempt to pop this out. I'm gonna mute the microphone because it might make a lot of noise and hurt your ears. So I'll be right back. I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a runny white. Maybe it's just cooked. Okay, so this was 16 minutes. You can't keep the person you live with off camera. Oh no. Hey Fun Grunk, welcome. I'm gonna mute it just so I can tip this out, but that looks like, I'm hoping that it's gonna be like Goldilocks. We're gonna make 1 2 done, 1 underdone, and 1 just right, hopefully. So that was 16 minutes at 200. I've now turned it down to 180-ish, so maybe we can get it right with that. It's probably because it's the wrong shape, so it's like not cooking to the center, but it's cooking the outside too quick. Whatever, anyway. No, it is cooking the center. No, I was right the first time. Anyway, I'm gonna mute the microphone. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Little weird looking cupcake thing, and I'm gonna cut it in half, and hopefully you guys... Okay, everybody pray. Everybody cross your fingers for me. Pray to the baking gods. Do you see that? Do you see the majesty? It's like a little molten chocolate cake, but the chocolate's egg. So imagine this like as a little loaf. That, I think, is what we're going for. It's a little bit underdone, if I'm honest, because the white's like a little runny for my taste. It's a little bit too runny for my taste. And the egg yolk's kind of like, it's runny, but it's like, I don't know, this side seems okay, but this side's like quite runny. I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine eating this in the street. Like, you got it from a street vendor, and then you're like, okay, tear it open, and it just goes everywhere. Like, it doesn't seem like that practical as a street food. So let's have a look at the picture. If I can show you guys the picture, like, I'm opening it, large version. So this is the picture that is with the original recipe. So you can see like the cheese, the stringiness is cheese, but like the egg isn't like super ridiculously runny, it's just soft. So I think this is a little bit too underdone for the recipe, but it looks like it will taste really nice. I'm gonna try some now. It's probably cold enough to eat. Is it actually cold enough to eat? Yeah, the egg's a little underdone. So I'm gonna say somewhere between the two. So the first one was 18 minutes, the second one was 16 minutes. Logic dictates if we put it in for 17 minutes, it should be good. But that's possibly not gonna happen because it might be the oven wasn't hot enough when I first put it in, and so I left it in longer. How long did you bake them all? The first one was baked, like I said, 18 minutes. Second one, 16 minutes. But the second one I turned it down halfway through, so I'm gonna cook them. I don't know, I've only got one, I can only do one more test. I can't like keep going and try like loads of different temperatures because I've only got one up for one more. So I'm gonna pop it back up to 200. No, I'm gonna put it about 190 Celsius, in case you're wondering. And then I'm gonna put it in the next one for 16, 17. I really don't know. Should I put it on 200 and put it in for 17 minutes? Because it doesn't seem like there's more than a minute's difference between like this, which is completely done, and this, which is kind of underdone. I feel like there's more than a minute in there. Looks good already. Yeah, this would be fine, but I just don't... What? Well, that went everywhere. The cake's not done either. Cake's underdone. So the cake and the egg white on this one are perfect. The egg yolk on this one isn't great. Also, did you know, I found out through a different Netflix show that the egg yolk and the egg white cook at different temperatures. So you have to be really careful. It's pretty precise for egg cooking. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on 200 for 17 minutes exactly. So I'm gonna leave the oven to properly heat up because it's been trying to go down, and I'm gonna wash out this little ramekin so that we can use it again. Hopefully by the time I've done that, we can pop it in the oven, and while that's in the oven, I will actually make the pancake filling, I promise. So what kind of stuff do you cook, Chaos? Do you have like a specific thing that you cook, or do you just kind of go anything and everything? It's really stuck on here. I'm sticking with you, cause I'm made out of glue. Sorry. I'll be right back, promise. Okay. It's not 100% off, but hopefully it won't burn. Right. I don't know what the problem, I don't know why it exploded this time. Maybe I put too much batter in. I don't know. It's experimentation time. Oh, I'm so funny. So it's on 200. The undo is on 200. Gold star if you get that reference. And I'm going to put it in for 17 minutes. Maybe, no, I'm going to put it on for 16 minutes. And then we're going to check it. Because I did turn it down last time. And if it looks like it's good to go, we will take it out. If it isn't, we'll put it in for like 2 more minutes. Do it a minute at a time. How's that sound? You guys are cool with that? You good with that? You good with this plan? Okay. I'm gonna make Manchi proud. I'm gonna make Korean mama proud. That's weird. I shouldn't call her that. Oh no, there's like a tiny bit left, but that's okay. We'll just clean that out. I'm not wasting that much. Okay. I've got 1 more egg left, but that's not enough to make batter and make another portion, so. I just realized I didn't oil it. Oh, that's gonna stick. That's gonna stick completely. I didn't even attempt to oil it this time. Damn it. Oh well. Too late now. You ready? You ready? Okay, Google. set me a timer for 16 minutes.
Alright, 16 minutes. And here we go.
There. It's now in, and only the baking gods can save us now. I am going to make the filling for the pancakes. As I've said about 20 times, but we're going to do it this time. Promise. Okay, so the recipe for the pancakes. It's a hot dog. Hot dog? Is that how you pronounce it? It's a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, so ground cinnamon, and the nuts. That looks about like 2 tablespoons to me. I think that's fine. Yeah, I just need to get my 1/4 cup, which currently has milk in it, so let's pour that away. Don't need that anymore. Hot dog. I have to go sleep. Okay, well thank you for stopping by and have a good sleep. Good night, my friend. Hot dog. Hot dog. It's written above my head. The pancakes. I don't think Mary Berry is listening. No! Mary Berry! Or more like Mary Berry. Who remembers Mary Berry? That's a blast from the past. We have some weird in-jokes here on this stream. One of them is that Mary Berry is actually a bear. And that's all you're getting off me. Okay, so dark brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So, here goes my hunt to find the dark brown sugar. Oh, I found it immediately. That's good. I have a lot of sugars in my house. I make a point about this every single time I stream. I have a lot of different types of sugar. Luckily, that's always been the case, but usually it's like, I have all the types of sugar that I don't need. But now I actually have the ones I need, because I bought them for... It's like when I lived with my parents, it would be like, use this kind of sugar, and I'd be like, well, we've only got granulated white sugar, and it would be like, use granulated golden, but now I'm like, I'm going to go buy some, bye bye. Just go to the shops and buy all the different types of sugar, so I'm always covered. And when the egg bread is done, we will make the pancakes. And because my stupid gas stove, the portable gas stove that I bought, was awful and smelled like nothing but cheap plastic, we can't do it under the camera, so we're gonna have a bit of difficulty with that. I'm getting another one, don't worry. Not the easiest kind of sugar to measure out, but that's okay. How you doing in there? Yeah, it's doing its thing. So apparently it's pronounced hot tiok, but you say it. But if you say it fast, it sounds exactly like hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot tiok. Yeah, as I said, I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation of anything. And then we mix them. I feel like there should be some kind of a liquid in this. Place one of the pieces of dough in your hand, flatten it out so you can add 1 tablespoon of filling. Because I think I remember watching someone make some and it was like a bowl. I mean, maybe it's not. This is literally just nuts and sugar and cinnamon. It's not very exciting. Shall we? Yeah, let's get started on the hot dogs. Alright, BRB, let's see if the cheesecake turned out. Ooh, we made cheesecake! Okay, well come back and let me know. That sounds really good. What's in this mixture? It is brown sugar, cinnamon, and nuts. So it's a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2 tablespoons of chopped nuts of your choice. Can use sunflower seeds apparently. So That's a thing. But I just used hazelnuts because I had those already, and I never really have nuts, so it's quite lucky that I had those. Because I forgot to buy any, so I'm lucky that I had some sitting around. So now we've got to, like... Oh look! It's risen a little bit. Oh! It's actually quite soft. Like, this bit's not, but this bit is. Punch it down. Okay, we're just gonna use it anyway, even though I'm supposed to leave it after I've done that, but we don't really have time. So... I'm gonna leave this dough until I can actually put it in the hot pan. So that's the time it's got left. The yeast finally did something, so clearly, maybe it's just my room wasn't hot enough. Like, the kitchen, I mean. So when the dough is ready, put some cooking oil on your hands, separate the dough to about 6 pancakes, okay? Put one of the pieces on your hand, flatten the dough with your hand until you can put about 1 tablespoon of filling. Once it's done, seal it, and then fry them and squish them down in the pan. So that's what we're gonna do. We've got 9 minutes left on the cake, so I think we can do that. But I'm just gonna guesstimate how much a tablespoon is because my tablespoon is now dirty, so. This is gonna be fun. Let's get the frying pan out so we can just go straight from my hand to the frying pan. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Out of my hand into the frying pan, not so dramatic. Medium heat. So that's about 4. Goes up to 6, but 4 is probably about medium. Yeah, so we break a bit off of this, flatten it in my hand, put in the filling, fold it up so it's all like sealed, put it in the pan, and squish it. This pan is... There we go. Now it's clean. I was gonna use the bottom of this pan to squish it. It's just been through the dishwasher, so I think it should be clean, but it's, I don't know, it's a little black. I think it's okay. It's not coming off. Probably not the best plan, but I don't really have anything else, so. I mean, I have spoons, but they're not gonna be like flat enough, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, I think it's time to wait for this pan to heat up. That's what it's time for. So yeah, there was some really cool street food. I watched yesterday I was watching a video about Korean street food, and I was like, there are so many cool things, I want to make them all, but I only have 1 more stream left, and I can't really make all of them on 1 stream. But I don't know how old the video was. I don't know if those things are like traditional or it was just that one food market that the person went to. So it's kind of hard to know that kind of stuff without having been to Korea or lived in Korea. But hopefully the stuff I'm making is kind of, you know, close enough. I do worry about like being inauthentic. Even though I like specify I'm not, you know, showing you a traditional recipe, I do worry about being inauthentic and annoying. Or like people being like, that's not how you make it. You're doing it wrong. But oh well. Just gonna wait for this to heat up. 6 minutes. Okay, it's definitely risen, but it's nowhere near done, so 6 minutes is probably about right. I'm just gotta wait for this pan to heat up. Which I said like 20 times. Yeah, there's not much else we can do right now. We just kinda gotta wait. You know what we could do while the pan heats up? We can have a tidying break. Let's have a tidying break. So I'm gonna put on a song. and dance around the kitchen for a bit. Because that's what, if you're new here, what we do when I need to tidy up my kitchen is I put on some music, I mute the microphone, and I dance around the kitchen until it's tidy. So we've got 5 minutes, which is longer than the song, so we should be fine. So I'm just going to do that. I think the song's ready to go. The song is hopefully not going to get me demonetized. Not that I monetize anyway, but you know what I mean. Hopefully not going to get this video muted, but if it does, sorry. It's Wrong. It's a remix of the song called Wrong by Ali Hills, and I've been listening to it on repeat for the last 2 days, so I'm putting it on. So yeah, feel free to have a little dance break, go and, you know, pee, get a drink, whatever, and I will just be dancing in my kitchen like a lunatic. So, just putting everything away. Okie dokie. Hello. That's that done. Tidying's over. I didn't really have that much to clean up. Okay, what did I miss? Not pleased with the cheesecake. First higher refrigerator, no bake one. That's so weird to me because cheesecakes are always no bake to me. What went wrong? It's a dessert, but it's okay, but it's overdent. So rather put in the extra work and bake a proper one. The no bake thing I tried was peanut butter bowls, which is literally bowls of peanut butter with nuts. What did you, like, what kind of cheese did you put in it? Because I find that I tried making cheesecake with cream cheese. The cream cheese we have here, which is called Philadelphia. I think you have it in America, but it's slightly different. It tastes different in America. So I tried making it with that. I don't actually know if you are in America. I just assumed. Apologies. But it was disgusting, and it tasted really savory and weird, so I tried it with mascarpone instead, and it's really good with mascarpone. So I think that that's probably hot enough, so let's get going, shall we? Let's do this thing. Now I've moved this here so that I can put the frying pan so you can see what I'm doing, but obviously I need to keep it on the heat for a little bit. Whoa! I just put way too much on my hands. This feels disgusting. Oh my god, that feels horrible. Feels horrible. Canada. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I assumed. I just kind of always assume that everyone watching me lives in America. Okay. Oh my god. I put way too much oil on my hands. Oh well. This is lumpy. I don't know how to pronounce that. I need a spoon. It's gonna be greasy. I'm gonna make this spoon greasy. I'm gonna make everything I touch greasy. This is gonna be so gross. Okay, so it needs about a tablespoon. This is obviously not a tablespoon. This is huge. Actually, it might be a tablespoon. Put that in there. And then it says, once it's done, seal the dough by gathering the corners. So presumably, like this. Place the dough Oh no, don't do that to me, timer. No, no, the timer's done. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the pan. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I gotta get the cake out, otherwise it'll overcook. No, 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 no. Okay, that's starting to bubble, so that should be fine for a few minutes. Panic, panic, panic. Can I pretend you're coming home? What's wanting me to be with you? I want you to sway, to stay. It's a huge bubble. Okay, that's not done. Whoa, whoa, I thought you loved me. Whoa. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 2 minutes, please. Okay.
Alright, 2 minutes. Starting now.
Right. Flip it over. Okay. Put the dough into the pan and cook it on medium heat until the bottom side is golden brown. About 30 seconds. Oh god. We do not have time to mess around today. No, it's fine. It's not golden brown yet. We're okay. Flip it and press it down until the bottom part is golden brown again. Flip the pancake over one last time and reduce the heat to low. I can't do that! I have an electric hob! It's gonna take like an hour to reduce the heat! Oh my god. Cover the pan with a lid and cook it until it melts. Okay. Well, this is fun. I don't have a lid. I might have something that can cover it. If it's really flat, I might be able to do this. I might be able to do this. Let me show you what's happening. It looks like a dumpling. That's golden brown, so I'm going to flip it again. I'm going to flip it. And then I need to press it down and leave it for a minute. Yeah. Press it down until it's golden brown. That looks flat enough to me. And then cook it some more. But it's fine, we have a lot of batter for this, so it's trial and error. It's trial and error, as it always is on the stream. How long do I have on that timer for the egg? Less than a minute, less than a minute. Panic, panic, panic. That's it done. That should be the egg done. Egg bread, not just egg. People new here, my oven is like a furnace sometimes. And if I'm wearing a metal necklace, it actually burns my neck, or it can. Just so you know why I'm like recoiling. That yolk is too runny. Let's put it in a bit longer. This is so weird. I can't get the timing right. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 2 minutes, please.
Sure, 2 minutes. And here we go.
So that's 20 minutes. This is a very weird recipe. I'm gonna turn it down. So it's had 18 minutes at 200, and now I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes at like 180. Is this done yet? No. This is so weird. I can get the Philadelphia stuff, but there's a little difference from my prior cooking, but who knows, maybe for this, no bake, that's the trick. Ooh. It's so strange to me, because cheesecake in Britain is not cooked. We don't really cook cheesecake here. Like, if it is baked, there's like a big deal made about it. And by a big deal, I mean like you would specify rather than just saying cheesecake. At least that's my experience. Okay, it's getting golden brown, but like not severely. It's kind of hard to, I can't really show you without just flipping it over. So I'm going to leave it a couple more minutes. However, it just smells of hot oil now, which I hate. I hate smell of hot oil. Ooh. Now we don't want the egg yolk to be runny, but we want it to be soft, okay? That's kind of the the plan we're going for the egg bread. I think this didn't even know the no-bake was an option until I was watching a UK streamer. Oh, really? See, I guess I didn't really know that baked cheesecakes were a thing until I was like starting to learn about baking. Like when I was younger, I had no idea it was a thing. First baked cheesecake I ever made was Japanese cheesecake, which, oh my god, it's so good. I love Japanese cheesecake. Oh, the sugar is exploding outside. Okay. I'm gonna say that that's done. I don't want to leave it any longer. Whoa! Can we not, like, burn ourselves, please? Thank you. Finally turn that off. Cool my entire flat down. Okay, I'm gonna check if I can flip this. There we go. See, it's brown. I wouldn't say that's golden brown, I just say that's brown, but hey. Oh, I need to cover it, don't I? So I have a lid that's just about okay. So we're gonna do that. I don't have a lid for the frying pan. So we're just gonna use that and just go with that. That's fine. That's fine. That's not a problem. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna move this guy out of the way so we can try it out. See what it's like. Don't know what this voice is. I'm sorry. Bring that over here. Okay, right, so that can cool down for a few more minutes before we eat it. I'm gonna keep an eye on the pancake because it doesn't look like it's cooked all the way through. So I'm excited to see if this actually is edible. Damn you guys, sorry. Okay, so there's the pancake. I don't trust it. I'm gonna get a new plate out. Move this dough. I've got too much stuff right here. The sugar syrup exploded, and I know that because there's some in the pan. Oh, and it's very sticky. That's why I think it exploded. Yeah, it did, look. But I don't think this is fully cooked. It really looks like you're just making bannock, a pan bread for trail cooking. Ooh, interesting. I've never heard of this. So I'm going to attempt to... Yeah, we're going to leave this to cool because I don't want to burn my mouth, as previously stated. So I'm going to attempt to get out this egg bread. The problem is that this plate's already kind of messy. So I'm going to need another plate, and I don't have any clean. How about I put the pancake in a bowl? Let's do that. Bit weird, but you know. There we go. Now there's a plate. When I'm cooking, a part of me is always thinking about the picture. So, you know, you need to Let's get that Instagrammable picture. Alright, as always, I'm going to mute the microphone when I tap this out because I don't want to deafen you guys. But I'm going to try and... Yeah, this feels like it's overdone. But it's just, I was just so worried about the egg, like, not being cooked because it looked like it was going to just run everywhere. I don't know. It's quite hard to tell. Anyway, I'm going to mute the mic so I can get this out. That was a lot of hassle to get that out because I didn't oil the pan, but that doesn't look very hopeful. That's actually egg white right there. Oh no, hold on. Hold on. That, ooh, the cake's not cooked, but that's probably the least good one because it's half of the yolk. This bit is completely cooked. You can't even see that that's a different colour on the camera. This bit's not cooked, so it's completely unevenly cooked. The cake's not done. The yolk's not right. Well, this was a failure. I'm gonna pop that on the other plate with the other ones. I think the second one was the best way to go. So the second one, I believe we cooked it for about 15 minutes on 200 and then like 3 on 180. I will try that in a second. I just want to get it off this plate so I can clean it. It's also not exactly the prettiest. Okay. Shall we try the pancake? Shall we try the hot dog? Like, the prettiest one is definitely the one that I cut open and looks like a lava cake. So I'm going to try and take a picture of that one, but honestly, none of them look great. They're all kind of a mess. So I'm going to attempt to eat this guy. But I don't know how hot it is. It's very, very, very hot. Oh my god, that's so hot. So we're going to leave that a couple minutes so I don't burn my mouth. But what do you guys think of the egg bread disaster? This one, the cake is not cooked at all. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, like, soggy. I'm gonna move this guy so I can take a picture of the fairly nice one. I mean, I'm not gonna post this on Instagram, but I want it for posterity, you know? All I can say is I need all of them. Yeah. This one, like, I don't know. The first one was really nice, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be. It looks like a little, like, Mickey Mouse. No. But again, it's like underdone cake, not bread. It's really weird. And I don't think I would ever order this if I went to Korea. I would never order it. I mean, if this is an authentic recipe. And now we're gonna see if this is cooked. I shouldn't take a picture before I did this, oh well. I think it's not thin enough, but it was really hard to squish it down. That looks okay. That actually doesn't look like it's underdone. I just need to leave it to cool because otherwise I'm going to burn my hands. So I'm going to make another one. I think. I'm going to heat up that pan and make another one. Oh, but it's actually past 10 o'clock, which is usually when I stop, so when this is done, I'm probably gonna end the stream. So, guys have any requests for someone we should host? Let's see who's live. Chef Lethal is live. No, he's not. It just said he was live and then I clicked on it and said it's ended. Well, that's so annoying. He's not live anymore. Damn. I was really hoping we could go and hang out with him. He was making duck burgers today. Okay, so let's do a taste test. Now, like I said, Joe can't eat these because they've got hazelnuts in them. So I'll warn him and then be like, do you want to try one anyway? I'm okay. I won't be insulted if you don't, because I know that you might die. He doesn't actually die if he eats hazelnuts. He just like gets a really sore throat. So I'm not gonna try and kill him, obviously. And antihistamines help, so it's okay. I'm not gonna make him have one. But you see that? That's the molten sugar. So that's not what I expected. Just kind of tastes like pancake, but like not this kind of pancake, like just the kind of pancake you have in Britain with sugar. It's not that exciting considering how different it is. It's okay. I wouldn't go all the way to Korea. If they're actually like this in the street vendors in Korea, I wouldn't go all the way to Korea to eat it. There's very little I'd go all the way to a country just to eat one thing. Is this weirdly fruity? Anyway, I'm gonna make another one. So just give me a second. I'm gonna oil up my hand. So we make another one. Oh, it's really like, it's really risen now. It's actually done its job, but too little too late, my friend. I'm gonna try and make a really big thin one though. Lenister, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Spice Rack. Just gonna make another hot dog. A bit more of it then. Make sure it's properly sealed this time, because last time it burst in the pan. That should be hot enough. There we go. I'm gonna squish it down now because I feel like the hotter, the more it cooks, the harder it is to squish it. So I'm gonna do it now instead of when I flip it. Make it really thin. Oh no. Oh no. That's why you're supposed to wait, because it got stuck to the bottom. Because it's oiled. There we go. That's fine. Got it off. So here it is, and it's doing its thing in the pan. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make that one pretty so I can take a picture, but it's okay. It's It's okay. But it tastes like something and I can't put my finger on it. It's not pancakes. I know I already said that, but kind of tastes like hot cross buns. Maybe it's the brown sugar. Maybe that's what the problem is. That's it golden brown, so I'm going to attempt to squish it again. Oh yeah, that's much better. I've gotten it much flatter and much wider. Ah. I think that will be the one that I take pictures of. So yeah, one more stream of Korean month and then Easter. So I'm gonna think about doing some kind of big Easter stream with like a bunch of different things. When you search Easter recipes, like all the stuff you get on Pinterest is like things with mini eggs and stuff like that, and it's like, although that's great, I kind of want stuff that's like not just Easter themed, but it's like eaten on Easter, like hot cross buns and hot cross buns. I'm sure there's other stuff, I just don't really know anything other than hot cross buns, so feel free to leave your suggestions in the box below. See if there's any cooking streamers live at the moment other than me, obviously. So we can go and see someone. And I'll flip that in a second. Yeah, there's a...
You asked for a shrimp.
Yeah, this person seems to be streaming. I'll see if they're still live when we're done, so... See that? There we go, and I'll just pop this lid on so I can melt the sugar, and then we'll be done. And we'll be ready to go. Yeah. Sorry, today's been kind of like a chill, weird, experimental stream. I was maybe been able to tell I was super tired. So yeah, this is like, let me show you. This looks like this is the one I put yeast in. It's so like, it's got huge air pockets. Can you see? Like, the egg yolk's not done. Like, we wanted it to be this side, this done, but it's half done and half not done, so I don't think any of these were really a success. But if you guys want to try the recipe yourself, you can type !food and save the little link that comes up. If you're watching this later on YouTube or Twitch, the recipe is by... It's on MAANGCHI is the name of the YouTuber / blogger who wrote it. You can find it on YouTube, you can find it online. If you search the word above my head, gyeran-ppang, you should be able to find it without too much difficulty. The hot dog recipe was from My Korean Kitchen. Same thing applies, just search that online. You should be able to find it pretty simply even. I think this is done. I'm gonna take this out of the pan. Oof, God, that's a scary sound. Whoa, I think that burnt a bit on the bottom. The sugar seems to like explode out of it a little bit towards the end, so I've really not got the technique down, but there we go. There's a pancake. I'm trying to take a picture of this, but it's not going to be Instagram worthy. It's kind of a bit flat and sad looking. But I want to take pictures just for posterity, you know. If you're not new here, you will know that I do this every stream. Okay. Right, I think that we're good to go. Let's see. Is she done?
Alright, Chatline, moment of truth. Which one is going to be the best one? I'm going to kind of dig into this bacon one first. Oh, the ending's kind of cool.
Okay, she's doing the end product, so she's probably going to end the stream soon, but we might as well go over and say hi. Okay, so yeah. Here's the ending spiel. If she's gone offline, then we'll find someone else to host, but if you haven't already, feel free to drop a follow, turn on live notifications, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, any of those. I always post on all of those when I'm going live. I'm PurpleCoffins everywhere if you can't be bothered clicking the links. So it's super easy to find me. I'm on every platform, I always post on all of them, like I said. Today we made egg bread and cinnamon nut pancake things, both Korean street foods. Thank you to my amazing patrons, they are listed below. Ego, Luco, Mox, Nugget, Samuel, Show, and the Pims. They are the reason I can continue to do this every week. It's super fun. I will be back on Tuesday, 12 PM GMT. We're going to be playing The Sims, a Sims challenge. If you're only interested in the cooking streams, I'll be back on Wednesday, 7 PM GMT. If you're on a computer, if you're on browser, there is a little box below the stream. That's a little countdown, so you always know when I'm going to be live next. If I'm ever not live, just check Twitter. I'll post there if there's an issue and I can't go live for whatever reason. We are gonna host, let's see if I can find her username, but we're gonna do the credits first because I want to say thank you to all the new followers. So thank you to all the new followers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for those amazing hosts and raids that happened today. I'm sorry that I've been so like sleepy today. Hopefully that'll be gone by next week. Anyway, well, I should actually not put a space there. That's not gonna work if I put a space there. We're gonna go host this person called Stacy doing a cooking stream. I've never seen their stream before, but hopefully they're nice. They seem like they're friendly. So let's go to the no camera screen, and I will do the host just after I run the credits. How do I do that again? And go. No, that's the wrong button. No, stop it. Stop it, stop it. There we go. So hopefully this should do it in a second. It's gonna take, there we go. Yay! Okay, we're gonna go drop that host. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of these amazing people who hosted and followed and hung out today. It was really great to meet you guys, meet all these new people. And I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye-bye!